What's up, guys? I apologize that this stream started so late. Um, Greatly apologize for that. But, whew, I I don't even know why this stream is starting so late. I'll be honest with you. But we are in the second quarter. Jermaine Burton just got hurt on a punt return and is slow to get up. So, yeah. It's that type of start to the live stream. I don't, bruh. I'm bugging today, boys. I am bugging today. All right. What's up, guys? I don't even know what to say at that point. 3rd down and 10 now for the Colts at the 48-yard line of Indianapolis. 5:08 to go in the second quarter. The Diddler got a touchdown. I did hear about that. He also had an interception in this game, so he had a 1-2 punch type of situation. Anyone who's just joining, I apologize. I'm so late to this game. Live stream. It's been a really chaotic day, so I apologize for that. But we are now into this game, so 3rd down and 10 now for the Indianapolis Colts. We'll see what they do. Riley Leonard is starting. Jermaine Burton got hurt on a punt return earlier, so that's always fun. Hopefully he is okay, as obviously this is the last thing you want is injuries in this type of game. Looks like Tinsley is suited up but not playing today. Not sure what's going on there. As always, it's week 3 of the preseason, so crazy things are going to happen. The Diddler's going to score touchdowns. I'm going to be late to a live stream. What's up, John? How you doing, man? Today's been a chaotic day, John. All right. This play is taking some time. We'll see what they call. I'm going to pull up the live stream on my phone here. Okay. Apparently the NFL app does not want to work. What is going on here? 3rd down and 10, baby. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Words. Okay. CBS Sports is not working. All right. 4th down and 10 here. Incomplete pass on 3rd down and 10. Incomplete pass. So not sure why. Oh, okay, this is why. First down, Colts. All right, 1st down, Colts. Play was reviewed and is called a catch for 1st down. Moving the chains down to Cincinnati's 38-yard line. So looked like for a second it was going to be 4th and 10. That's why the play took so long. They were reviewing the play. No defense can't. You saying no defense can't catch a break? I just hope Jermaine Burton's okay. That's all I hope at this point. You're a bit late. Yeah, I know I'm late. It's been a chaotic day, Dreamy. It's been a chaotic day, and yeah. We're a little late to this. 2nd down and 8 now after a 2-yard run right here. Brings it down to the 36-yard line of Cincinnati. And let's see what this defense can do. The Diddler scored a touchdown, okay? I missed the Diddler throwing an interception, which is not surprising, but scoring a touchdown. That is the greatest, L of all time. How did I miss the Diddler? 2nd down and 8 here. It's going to be shotgun play for Riley Leonard. Back in the backfield, it's going to go ahead and be a 3 wide receiver set. Play action pass here, looking under pressure. Throws, and it's completed for around 2 yards on the play. Did not see it was on. Going into today, I really thought this game was going to be an 8 o'clock game. I don't know why. I did not think it was going to be a 1 o'clock game today. I'll be honest with you. But I thought it was going to be an 8 o'clock game, and fact it's a 1 o'clock game is kind of crazy, but hey, we rocking and rolling, baby. We rocking and rolling here, guys. 3rd down and 6 for the Colts. In shotgun here for Riley Leonard, halfback in the backfield. It's going to go and be a pass play here, looking under pressure, almost sacked, and he takes off running, and he gets a 1st down and some, as he pretty much just outruns the Bengals defense. Good thing is we don't have to gotten hurt in real time. Mims is showing off. Yeah, I did see that Jermaine Burton got hurt on a punt return, and he was hobbling to the sideline, and looks like he should be okay, hopefully, because he did walk off under his own power, but it's definitely a scary sight. 1st down 10 now for the Colts. Under center for Riley Leonard. Handoff here up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of around 3 or 4 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 7. Call it for a gain of 3. Closing in almost at halftime here. 2:50 and counting before halftime. Milton. Yeah, Milton is currently at 7 rushes for 71 yards. So, not a bad little chunk right there for Milton. All right, 2nd down and 7 here for the Colts. 2:30 to go before the 2-minute warning. It's going to go ahead and be a pass play here. Looks, throws, it's caught. Across the middle down to around the 8-yard line. Will be 1st and goal at the 8 for the Indianapolis Colts. So far, I pop on a little late to this game, and the first thing we see is this Colts squad's going down and scoring a touchdown pretty much. Come on. Had to come check on the Bengals. What's up, Curtis? It's fun time. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning here before half. Colts currently lead 10-7, but are in scoring range. 1st and goal now at the 8-yard line for the Indianapolis Colts. We are now in commercial break, and we are seeing some random stuff. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, will Kendall Milton make the squad? Most likely no. He'll be a practice squad guy unless he gets signed somewhere else. Same concept applies to Brightwell. Same concept applies with Desmond Ridder. Again, unless they sign somewhere else. So, these guys, you know, it's fun to see them, but that's pretty much what it is. Also, Mitchell Tinsley was dressed up today, but he didn't play. Go off in the Bengals. Go off. Is he the Bengals wide receiver 3? Well, he didn't play today. He suited up, but he didn't play, which makes me think a very positive thing. If he suited up today but didn't play, they might kind of have an idea that he would be a wide receiver 6 for us. Not a wide receiver 3, but a wide receiver 6. Now, Curtis, if I am correct, because I don't think you've been here in a while, you are the Chargers troll guy, or you're a Chargers fan, but you like to troll, if I believe so correctly. What Joe Burrow said in his last interview about Trey Hendrickson seems optimistic. What are your thoughts? Yeah, he pretty much agreed with the fans. How we feel about the Trey situation, he agreed with. And I think, listen, right? Joe has said since the beginning that he wants Trey on this team. He said since the beginning he wants Trey Hendrickson. So, at the end of the day, you know, well, yes, I think his opinion matters a lot to the front office, to a certain degree, because it is the front office at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, I don't know if it's going to sway too much stuff, because apparently the Bengals are refusing to budge on the Trey situation, and Trey's refusing to budge on his own side. So yeah, I knew exactly. That touchdown for the Colts was a pick 6. Yeah, the Desmond Ridder pick 6. I did get like a little up to date before I saw it live. Yeah, it is what it is. What you Chargers fan I forgot about? Yeah, Yoshi is our 3rd receiver. Jermaine Burton's our 4th receiver, and right now our 5th receiver is Chuck Sizzle. That's the current receiving core for the Bengals. is that order as I just listed. So Yoshi is going to be wide receiver 3, and then wide receiver 4 is Jermaine Burton. Now, right now, obviously, Jermaine Burton, we'll see how healthy he is after this injury this game. But, yeah. Tinsley would be our wide receiver 6. All right, first and goal now after the 2-minute warning for the Indianapolis Colts at the Bengals' 8-yard line. Bengals have a nice wide receiver room, I can't lie. They do. We have a great wide receiver room. All right, Chase on the sideline. Chase is on the case. Can we just respect the fact that Trey Hendrickson did travel to every single game? Even though, given the situation, he traveled to every single Bengals preseason game. Which I think that is, that speaks a lot of volumes. That speaks a lot of volumes. Man wants to be a Bengal, which is a good thing. All right, come on. First and goal. Okay, stop showing Chase and Burrow. I want to see the play, man. All right, let me actually do this real fast. Boom, boom. I feel like preseason, especially week 3, is so much more relaxed when it comes to even the announcers and how they show the play. It's just so much more I don't know. It's kind of like a baseball game type aspect. Trey and Chase. Bro, I know, but at the same time, it's bro, we would just want to see the game. All right, they're still okay. Here we go. First and goal at the 8-yard line for the Indianapolis Colts. Shotgun play here for Riley Leonard, back in the backfield. It's going to go ahead and be a handoff here to the halfback, and he is down to the 2-yard line. Gain of 6 by Bentley, straight up the middle. Great run right there by Bentley. Next play, second and goal now at the 2-yard line. I kind of forget, with my franchise series, if you guys have watched it, I go play by play, right? But we go one play, next play starts. One play, next play starts, right? So I'm so used to that format when it comes to calling games, for my franchise series, that I kind of forget, mentally I got to remember that, with football, actual football, it's a very slow process with that, one play happens, it's in downtime. Next play happens. All right, I'm chilling, laying back. Second and goal now at the 2-yard line. Yes, you can chill like that when it's preseason. Hand off to Bentley and he's touchdown. Touchdown, Bentley. Colts score 17-7. Touchdown, Bentley. Yeah, when the game doesn't matter and you don't have any of your starters in, it's a lot easier to just kind of chillax and chill. When you got your starters in or the game matters, it's should not wear Chad's number. Oh, you're talking about Noah Fant? Well, the funny thing is, Noah Fant would be 85, but he couldn't get 85, so he ended up getting 86. It is what it is. So, all right. Actually, the opposite. He would have 86, but he couldn't get 86, so he had to be 85. Flip those two things around. All right, 17-7. I see Stewart in pads right now. Did he play this game at all? Yeah, he's on the sideline and full dressed up, but had a hat on. Because obviously he's not playing right now, but let's actually see real fast. Defense. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Shamar Stewart played, but he is dressed up. Tinsley is also was dressed up for this game, but didn't play, which sometimes happens. 85 is Noah Fant. I thought it was a nobody tight end. No, that's Noah Fant. And then 86 is Mike Gesicki. So, but he would have 80. Noah Fant was 86 everywhere he played at so far, but we already had an 86, so he couldn't get that number. All right, Cam Grandy's 85. Wait, then who am I thinking about? 88. Okay. 88. Wait. Okay, hold up. My brain is all over the place. 88 is Mike Gesicki. Yes. 86 is Noah Fant. 85 is Cam Grandy. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. My brain, as I told you guys, today's been a chaotic day. Numbers are not lining up. Yes, 86 is Noah Fant. I was right on 86 being Noah Fant, I think. I don't know. First down and 10 for the Bengals. Ritter's still in. So it means Ritter's going to play the whole game. Ritter's going to play the whole freaking game, which is crazy. Incomplete pass. In and out of the hands of the wide receiver. That's going to be second down and 10. Incomplete pass on the play. Yeah, I don't know. Like, my brain is not mathing, I guess. Oh, man. It's Saturday, though. And I'm ready for football. I'm ready for the actual season. You're all good, bro. Nah, my brain's just being stupid today. All right, second down and 10. They do have Jake Browning, yes. Second down and 10. Desmond Ridder gets sacked. That's going to be considered a sack, I believe. Yeah, it's a sack, and he lost a gain of 1. I mean, he lost 1 yard, so that's going to be a sack on the play. Third down and 10. It's going to be called a sack, but he didn't actually lose any yards. Interesting. Oh, never mind. They're calling it a loss of 1. Yep. All right, sack on the play. At first, they said it was third down and 10, but now they're saying third down and 11. Third down and 11 here for Desmond Ridder in shotgun. Throws. And what is that camera angle? That camera angle was freaking awful. That was an atrocious camera angle right there. Like, all they did was show the quarterback the whole play. And they didn't show the wide receiver to the very end of the play. Like, don't get me wrong. I love seeing myself some diddler. But, like, bro, I didn't need to see the whole baby oil bottle. Like, they just showed the whole entire diddler, the whole play. Oh, let's never get that camera angle in the actual season. Hide your baby oils. Exactly. And the diddler is playing the whole game, so it's GG. This is the diddler game. Although, we do also have Logan Thyme, I think his name is. Our other quarterback we picked up. So, technically, he could, in theory, be coming in the second half. And the diddler only gets the first half. I'd like to think the diddler will diddle us the whole entire game. Commanders are getting smoked right now. That's not surprising. Bro, Jake had 2,000 yards last season. He is the best backup. He did not have 2,000 yards last season. He did not play any time last season. Diddler playing like doo-doo. Yeah, he did throw the pick 6, man. And, you know, I think the diddler's time has kind of worn off, man. See the Bengals actually tackling all game. I know, it's actually pretty amazing. The diddler's greatness is wearing off, I feel like. We got that early great diddler, diddleness, and then it just turned off. All right, here we go. Catch across the middle in 2nd and 4, and that's a first down and some. First down. Yeah, Burton got hurt on a punt return, which that's like the worst possible thing, to have someone like Burton get hurt on the last play of, the last game of the preseason. 2nd and 10 here after incomplete pass. Riley Leonard looks a little ticked off on the play. He doesn't diddle like he used to. No. Once you get to a certain age, it just doesn't diddle the same. 2nd down and 10 here for the Colts at the 41-yard line. Bengals down by 10 points. We got Riley Leonard in shotgun, back in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set, pass play, down the field, and that's a touchdown. Absolutely just ran past the defender, and that's going to be a 17-point lead. who has stood out to you this preseason? Whew. Barrett Carter has looked really good this preseason so far. And just like that, Bengals give up another touchdown. We can't get any pressure. We can't do anything, bro. It's GG, bro. Oh, that was nasty. This guy absolutely ran straight through. Yeah, but Milton won't make the roster, though. He'll be a preseason guy at best. I mean, a practice squad guy at best. He's not going to make the roster, so. I'm going to say Barrett Carter's looked nice. Demetrius Knight Jr. has looked really nice as well. Now he's hurt, obviously. Who else? Like, from a non-starter point of view, I'll say. Mitchell Tinsley obviously has looked really good. Yeah, Milton this game has looked really freaking good. But, man, I'm frustrated. I am frustrated that we're down by 17 now. And I don't think the Diddler can do it, man. I really don't think the Diddler can do it. And I hate to say that, because why would you ever doubt the Diddler? But I have to doubt the Diddler. There's only a few guys for us today, but they'll make the roster. Mostly press squad guys, yeah. For the most part, we're going to see a lot of these guys just be press squad guys. The Diddler! The Diddler did it! Well, 25 seconds ago before halftime. But 16-yard pass by the Didmeister! The Meister man! Do you think Williams will be a press squad dude? 100%, yeah. It's either going to be Tinsley makes a practice squad, or it's going to be Isaiah Williams. Oh, yeah, well, one of them two are going to make the wide receiver 6. The other's a practice squad guy. Tinsley, I think, will end up making the roster because he did not play today. He was suited up, but did not play. So I think that they probably might have made the decision already. I thought you said Williams, guy will make the roster last season. I did say he'd make the roster last season, and he did. He was on the roster for most of last season. Do you think, yeah. So I think with how good Tinsley has looked, Tinsley's going to make the roster. But it doesn't mean that, Isaiah Williams can't be called up, He'll probably end up being called up throughout the season. And depending on how everything works out. Isaiah Williams is great on special teams. That's another factor. Man, the Diddler had such a good run, man. I'm so disappointed because the Diddler had such a good run. Like, such a good run, meaning, like, he had such a good, moments. And I thought this was going to be the return of the Diddler. There's always every great movie has a sequel, right? And they always don't live up to expectations. The first game we saw the Diddler looked amazing, right? But ever since then, man, sequels simply do not live up to expectations. It's hard to match a great sequel. Have a great sequel. And that's exactly what we saw with the Diddler. He looked so good in his first preseason game. He just couldn't make the comeback. Man, I'm glad I haven't been watching. Well, the Diddler threw a pick 6, which doesn't help. So that gave him 1 touchdown. They had like a 60-yard touchdown a couple plays ago. Doesn't help. So yeah, it's one of those situations. Where it's like one big play and everything turns out. Jermaine Burton got hurt. You missed that. For better or for worse. But yeah, preseason week 3, baby. All backups are in. All crap is off. I liked Al Golden's interview. Again, like I said, listen, I'm a Notre Dame fan, right? So I'm going to be very biased toward Al Golden no matter what. I love Al Golden. So I think it was good. Surprised we didn't give Money a shot at the deep one I guess they don't want to get him hurt. Yeah, pretty much. Actually, yeah, you're right. That is actually surprising. I don't know. It's week 3 of the preseason. I don't think they want to get anybody hurt at this point. The last thing Dak Taylor wants to do is have any injuries right now. And obviously, right? But especially with all the crap he got from like the media, I think like Zach just wants to go out of this preseason game and be like, yeah, see, nobody got hurt. I'm not the one to blame. And everything's okay. Like, he is just, he's got a lot of crap, man. The Bengals win. I don't know about this game. I mean, if you're saying in general, yeah. You might not know, but they can't. But why can't Shamar Stewart was 4 in college? Oh, he was 4. He was number 4. Oh. But yeah, man. Fun times. Other teams let their kickers 67-yard field goals. They do. The Jaguars hit a 70-yard field goal. I don't know if it's because they don't want to get him hurt or they just don't want him to miss and get all the backlash. At this point, I think they just don't want Money Mac to miss and then have to deal with all the consequences of people on Twitter absolutely demolishing him. Because let's say he goes out there and attempts a long field goal and it's not even close. People on Twitter are going to demolish him in every way. And I think they just don't want that to happen. They just like, you know what? Let's get out of this preseason game and let's not have any Money Mac hatred. That's kind of what I'm feeling like at this point. They just don't want anything to happen. Hey, man, dreamy, it's always possible, okay? If the diddler can get the job done, there's always a chance that maybe we come back. Crazier things have happened. Like the diddler the actual diddler not going to prison. Or, I mean, being found not guilty on a lot of the charges. See, crazier things have happened. Man. All right, come on. Halftime cannot be that long on a preseason week 3 game. There needs to be like a shot clock for halftime. All right, man. Let's see that first half stats. So we got 1 sack in the first half. Okay. Desmond Ridder was 7 for 16, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's sexy. Kendall Milton, 7 rushes, 71 yards. Brightwell didn't really do much of anything. Not surprising. Isaiah Williams led 5 targets, 3 receptions, 33 yards. I'm still kind of surprised they're not starting. They didn't start Jake Browning. I'm really surprised by that. I mean, again, yeah, obviously, yes, we know Jake Browning's the backup, but like, I don't know, man. Like, Jake Browning's not gonna get any play time in the regular season. You know, give him play time in the preseason. Because last week he actually looked pretty good, and I was kind of hoping that this would be a really, ironically enough, I was hoping that this would be a slaughter for us, but there is a slaughter, but it's just not us that's doing the slaughtering. I was definitely correct on there was going to be a slaughter today. Think about it. I think we hit gold with Fairchild. No, we did. Fairchild is a very, very much dime in the rough. And sad part is we don't always hit that. So I'm very happy Fairchild is on our squad. One thing I will say about the Al Golden interview that I thought was kind of interesting. And so when he's talking about the situation with, Demetrius Knight and Barrett Carter. And he said that, you know, he wouldn't trade Demetrius Knight or Barrett Carter for any other player in the draft. I understand, like, hyping up your own player, because obviously, like, right, that's hyping up your own guy. I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I mean, like, I love Barrett Carter. I love Demetrius Knight Jr. But, like, if I could trade any of those for, like, another first-round player, I would have traded one of them for, like, someone like Malachi Starks, right? I would have traded them for something. Now, if you're talking about just the round that they got drafted in, then yeah, probably. But, like, you know, I'm just saying, you know, there's some of that. What's up, Cunningham? Who day, man? Don't be embarrassed. I'm the one who's embarrassed because I started this live stream like hour and a half late. Trying to build I know he's trying to build a confidence, but I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself like, I don't know if I agree fully with that statement. There's a lot of players I'd probably rather have in the first round of first round of the draft or something like that, but I don't know. It's one of those things where I get it. Yeah, you're trying to build a confidence, trying to talk nice about them. Way better than the other safety the Bengals have, Jordan Battle. We'll see. I mean, Malachi Starr hasn't played yet. Was at the casino at least one there. Wait, did you see Jermaine Burton there? I have to ask for legal reasons. For legal reasons, John, was there a Jermaine Burton? Yeah, I was an hour late for this stream for some reason. It was a chaotic day. Very chaotic day. Please tell me there was no Jermaine Burton. Even though he was at the game. But he got hurt. And after he got hurt, he went to the locker room. And now I'm just double checking. Hush. Burton is a good guy now. But now. The worst defense in the AFC North. The AFC North have a good defense. Dreamy, I hope he's a good boy. I hope he is. I'm just kidding. He obviously is, and he is doing everything correct, and I love him. I love him. You know, we always gotta poke fun at, you know, what was past mistakes. That's what makes us better as people. We have the worst defense in the league until proven otherwise. We do not have the worst defense in the league. You could say the AFC North. We do not have the worst defense in the league. I mean, character-wise, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Again, like I said, we'll see. I'm excited for Jermaine Burton, and I gotta watch what I say because last time people criticized him, he put out a whole entire statement on Twitter, and I'm not trying to be part of those 13 reasons on Twitter. No, I don't know what I mean by that. Bro, he looked like he was going to cry on the bench after the injury. He did. He 100% did. He hobbled to that freaking bench, which scares me because usually when a player cries like that, it's because of a very serious injury. I hope not. Hope not. Hope not. Pray not. Hope not. Pray not. Hopefully everything is okay with him. Oh, man. Preseason week 3. We have the worst defense in every football league. Wait. Yeah, I was about to say, you might want to edit that message because I'm kind of confused by your message. We don't have the worst defense in the league. We didn't last year. We don't have a great defense last year, but we didn't have the worst. In America, I mean, I think there's a lot worse defense in America than our defense. I mean, there's got to be a worse defense in general in America, bro. Don't need to Burton have Tinsley. I mean, with the fact that Tinsley didn't play today but suited up makes me think, yeah, he's going to be that guy. Like, they're going Tinsley all day, every day, baby. Which I'm excited about. I'm excited about to see how good Tinsley does. Because clearly they have their guy. Alright. 28th last year. Exactly. That's not even the worst. Are we going to sign Dalton Risner? I hope. I mean, that's a question for the front office that we'll have to wait and see. Now, again, keep in mind, he himself, Dalton Risner himself, did not want to sign with the Bengals yet. He wanted to wait until he met with other teams to see which team he liked. So, a lot of people I don't think really understand that. It's not the front office's fault for us not signing him yet. The front office wanted to sign him. It was a great visit, but he wanted to wait to see who he wanted to go to. So he's visiting with the Steelers, he's visiting with the Seahawks, and he's going to decide after that where he wants to go. Again, apparently it was a great visit with the Bengals. He loved it, but he wants to weigh his options, which, yeah. So, we'll see. There's the Colts' future quarterback, Riley Leonard. Richardson's going to have to take the back seat. Hey, honestly, speaking-wise, I was thinking about this, and just humor me at this one. What if we traded for Anthony Richardson, and we just utilized him as like a, what's that called? A tush-push quarterback, or slash like a short, fourth down and short type of quarterback, you know? Like, we try to utilize him in that capacity. I was thinking about it the other day. If we traded for Anthony Richardson, we could probably trade, I don't know, maybe like a 6th-round pick for him, go get him, and utilize him just like as pretty much a tush-push quarterback or a mobile quarterback on 4th and short. I don't think that's a bad idea. Again, you know, maybe I was crazy thinking that, but I think that's a pretty decent idea. If you can get him for cheap enough, like, why not? Like, his best game is running the football. His biggest issue is throwing it. He's not that good of a passer. He's a great mobile quarterback. And also, you do that because you don't really care about getting him hurt, right? The whole point is you don't want to get your own guy hurt. So, in that situation, you know, you don't have to worry about getting him hurt. Because you're not going to put Jake Browning in there. I don't think it would happen, but I don't think it's a horrific idea. Use a running back for tush push. Yeah, but the point of using a quarterback is you never know. Like, I guess for tush push, not really, but I don't know. Like, for mobile situations like 4th and 1, 4th and 2, having like Anthony Richardson in there, knowing he can throw the ball, I mean, he's not good. There's always, you know, it always keeps open the options. I feel like the Ravens at one point did that with one of their quarterbacks. They had a guy that was just utilized for those situations. Kind of like how the Steelers did with Justin Fields. Same concept, you know? You bring a guy in that you don't really care too much about getting injured for the sole purpose of short yardage situations to get you maybe a couple more first downs. You gotta think, get you a couple more first downs, it's gonna be worth it in the end. Dude, I don't want to be true, but they look like hammered butt cheeks. This defense has nothing but questions. Yeah, I agree with you. Ohio State may score on the Bengals. John Chill. But it's easy to read. Not all the time, because if he can throw the ball, you can't fully commit to the run. That's why Justin Fields was so great in that situation too, because you didn't know if Justin Fields was going to throw it or run it. So it's not a guaranteed you're going to run it every single time. Now, if you run it every single time, it's easy to predict. But still, I really like Mike Hilton. He is a Miami Dolphin. So we will play Mike Hilton sometime this season. Did you see the uniform the Packers are going to wear for the Bengals game? Is it those, like, ugly yellow ones? I didn't see, but I'm assuming it's the ugly yellow ones. Like, they have, like, what is it? It's kind of like the Jets uniforms, if you remember the Jets, like, color rush unis, where it's, like, the really, really cringy yellow ones. Desmond Ridder is not the guy. Bengals would never have him throw it, and everyone knows it. Yeah, that's probably true, but I mean, but that's the thing. That's a problem with Zach Taylor's offense, though. that's a Zach Taylor problem, really. All Packers are cringe. Yeah, all the unis are cringe, but they have really bad ones, but not as bad as the Steelers' freaking Bumblebee ones. I will go to my grave in saying that the Steelers Bumblebee unis are one of the worst in the league. They are literally one of the worst in the league. This is a joke. Yeah, we got sacked. Ritter's not the guy. Oh, man. Wasn't Ritter like a third-round draft pick? And, like, Ritter got drafted in the third round by the Falcons, and he was supposed to be the future of the franchise. It is crazy. Like, you got the Chargers now have Trey Lance, who is supposed to be like a top 5 pick. And then, no, my bad. He ended up being a top 5 pick. And now he's like on the Chargers, and he's a nobody. Then you got Desmond Ridder, who was a third round pick, a lot less of capital, but now he's a nobody. Oh, man. These quarterbacks, they come out of college, and it's like the media hypes them up so freaking much. Like, oh, this guy's going to be the guy. This is the guy, and he ends up being nothing. Caleb Williams was supposed to be like, what, Hall of Famer? He's going to be like multiple Super Bowls. He's not looking like the guy so far. Now, obviously, this year we'll find out with Ben Johnson how good he is. Obviously, you know, Matt Eberflus wasn't the guy as coach. But still, that's always fun. I don't like our orange ones at all. I'm biased because I love the White Tiger ones. So anything that's not White Tiger, I just don't like. I like the All Blacks, but I don't dislike them, but they're not my favorite. Again, White Tiger is by far my favorite. It's not even a question. And like the White Tiger iterations. I mean, this defense is vanilla. It is very vanilla. Yep. In the preseason, you're always going to have very vanilla defense and offense. Which is why you can't fully, you know, give crap to like Al Golden and the defense until the season. Because again, everything is vanilla. But the fact that last year our defense didn't buy in till like week 13 scares the crap out of me. Because you see these guys missing their, you know, tackles. These guys just not looking that good. Bro, are you saying people... Wait, are you saying people saying Dart is better than Burrow? About Kool-Aid. Kupo's about... Cool's amount of Kool-Aid. Bro, I haven't seen anyone say Dart is better than anybody. All I've seen about Dart is that him and Jameis Winston were practicing eating each other's fingers because Jameis did the, like, eating the W a while back. I haven't seen anything about, like, freaking Jackson Dart being amazing, like, period. I've seen he has, like, good training camp highlights, but that's pretty much that. And it's the Giants, so they'll find a way to ruin everything. It's a lack of energy and missed tackling, mainly. It's a lack of energy. It's a lack of missed tackling. It's a lack of discipline. The coaches need to sit down and talk to the players and get them on the same page and have them learn how to tackle. And you can't, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely, there's to a certain degree, that the missed tackles and stuff like that and lack of effort and stuff like that is really a problem of coaching. As Bill Belichick said, players win games, coaches lose them. Ever since he said that, that has always been my mindset. The white Bengals unis are the best in the business, though. 100%, yeah. I love the white Bengals unis. But yeah, players win games, coaches lose them. Bill Belichick. It's like my favorite quote he said, because it's the truest statement of all time. What a waste of time watching this abomination. Oh, they're about to score again. Yep. Well, think of it like this. At least we get to see scores. You know? Normally in preseason, you might not be able to see that many points scored. In this game, we get to see a lot of points scored. Just, in a negative way. Oh, gotta love Bengals football in the preseason. I still don't know how. I know there's people who go to every single preseason game. I don't know how they do it. We obviously stream it on this channel, but, going to every single preseason game has to be insane. We lost momentum. I don't think we had any momentum or anything in this game. We never played bad in the preseason in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess, I don't know, because, our mindset in preseason is we don't care about winning. All we care about is seeing positional battles, so. And touchdown, Bentley. 31-7 with 10:43 to go in the third quarter. It's 31-7. I haven't seen the Bengals get blown out in a very, 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 very long time. How about Risner? Are we getting him or not? So Risner has to meet with the other teams he's interested in, which is the Seahawks and the Steelers. So we won't know about Risner for a very long time. My guess is sometime next week he'll meet with those teams, and he'll probably make a decision the following week. So we won't probably find out about Risner until 2 weeks from now. So it's going to be right before the season starts. We'll find out if Risner is going to sign with us or not. So it is what it is. We're not going to get a Risner update anytime soon. When I worked there, I hated preseason. I think everyone hates preseason. Preseason is just so boring. I don't know. I guess because we're also football fans, so we just want it when it counts. Do you know when they are meeting? Yeah. So most likely we're going to see this upcoming week. My guess is Wednesday will probably be when he meets with the Seahawks. And he'll probably meet with the Steelers on Friday. My guess is he'll probably go home, talk to his wife, talk to his family, see where their heads are at, and then he'll probably regroup, and then the following week we'll come back and figure something out. So, it might take him longer, He might really want to sit down with his family. He might talk to close friends. This is not a situation where, oh, yeah, I love this place. They want to pay me money. I want to go there. This is a situation where he wants to go to the correct place for him and his family. So this is a more of a family decision than it is just a player deciding where to go. So they're going to decide which city is the best, which, areas are the best, what probably has the best food, what has the best people, that kind of stuff. Which I'd say if you're going to Pittsburgh and you're trying to find the best people, good freaking luck. Hopefully, man. Hopefully we win it. It's going to come down to our defense. That's what it's going to come down to. Offer Risner, an offer he can't refuse. It's nothing. It's not about money, dude. It's not about money. It's nothing to do with money. Even if they offered him something he can't refuse, it wouldn't matter. Because at the end of the day, mostly in this situation, when it happens like this, it might also be his wife. His wife might say, hey, listen, I want to figure out the best location I want to be in. So he's not going to go somewhere no matter what the money is until him and his wife feel comfortable at that location and go into that location. Even if we offered him crazy money, he's still not going to do it. He's going to do it based on where him and his wife want to be. So it's a family thing. It's not really this team's giving me more money. He might end up taking less money and going to a different place than who offers him more money because maybe his wife wants to be there. Maybe he wants to be there. Imagine winning a ring at the end of the season. That would be awesome. That is the goal every year. It's not always about money. In this situation, usually it's about money, not in this situation. In this situation, it's about the place that he wants to be with his family. But for the most part, all money is going to be very similar, probably. I'm assuming every offer he's getting from every team is going to be very similar money-wise. It's probably going to be like 1 year, $3.5 million, probably like 30% guaranteed. Have Joe take care of his wife. I mean, again, I don't know what you mean by that, John, because I know John's a young bachelor. So I don't know. John's a young bachelor out here, doing some crazy stuff. So I don't know what that means. But, yeah. We'll see. Also, the Bengals offering crazy money is like an oxymoron. That crap does not happen. There's no way the Bengals would ever offer crazy money. They're going to offer what is either league minimum or what is considered a somewhat fair contract. Was that supposed to be funny? I no idea what you're talking about. My comments or John's comments? No idea. But, yeah. All right. 2nd and 10, and look who it is. Brightwell. Yeah. Oh, this game, man. I feel like at this point, if you're the Bengals, you just run the clock. You just run the clock and you try to get out of this type of game, man. It was like, it's not even worth it at this point. Oh, John? I think John definitely thinks he's funny about what he said. But, yeah. So, like I said, we'll figure that situation out. I hope we get him. We need him so bad. We need to figure out this right guard position battle. Man, we need to figure it out. It's a crap show. And look, the Bengals went 3-and-out again. Yeah! Hate this ref. I think I hate all refs. You play for the Bengals, you listen to Dave Ramsey more than Zach Taylor. Getting blown out by Riddler is crazy Sunday afternoon. It's Saturday, Dreamy. It's Saturday. Unless, I don't know. It's Saturday, though. And I feel like it's a Sunday. Oh, it was a funny 69-year-old. John, don't lie to me. You're not 69. You are a solid 25 in your heart. John is a young bachelor in his heart. He is a wild man. He is what we call a ladies' magnet. If you've ever seen the show The Bachelor, he wins every year. They just stopped listing John on the credits because it's just not fair for anybody else. They got tired of seeing, they're like, John, every single year, John's winning. All right, come on, Diddler. Oh, wait, you're not playing defense. Can we put the Diddler on defense just to see how he would do? If I was Coach Taylor in the preseason, because how the preseason is, how's the defense doing? Well, theoretically speaking, we gave up 7 on a pick 6 by Desmond Ridder. So keep that in mind. We gave up 24 points on defense. Isn't that a reality TV show? It is, yes. It is. That's a reality TV show that John wins every year. Because he is the money man. Who's their quarterback now? Okay, first off, Ryan Renfrow just punted it 68 yards. Hold up. Ryan just punted the ball 68 yards. Why is that not talked about? If I was the announcers, they should be going crazy about that. A punter just punted it 68 yards, and everyone's like, yeah, whatever. He punted the ball. Like, bro, that's a freaking accomplishment. 68 yards. That's a nice punt. That's a freaking nice punt. Shout out to Ryan. Getting the job done and having my name. Oh, Dreamy, it's going to be so bad. I know. The Browns game, I think we're going to win. I kind of have a feeling we're going to start the season off versus the Browns, and we're going to blow them out. And it's going to create this unrealistic expectations when we play the Jags. Travis Hunter, by the way, got hurt. I don't know if you guys saw, but Travis Hunter's already hurt. So, it's one of those situations with Travis Hunter where they should just play him at one position, but they're trying to play him at two. And he's already hurt, so. Ranko. I'm going to butcher his name until forever and ever. I'm just going to tell you that now. Met Ryan on his way on here when he left the Birds and liked him. Yeah. Fun times. I like Milton, bro. He's doing well. Everyone's freaking about defense. It's fluffing preseason. Yeah, it is preseason. You are right. It is that beautiful preseason time. But, I mean, listen. Everyone's going to freak out about defense. Everyone's going to freak out about all that stuff because at the end of the day, we have seen in the past that preseason, while it is preseason, it can sometimes translate to the regular season as well, you know? Just because it's preseason, it sometimes does translate over. Now, the thing that people should be freaking out about is the missed tackles and the lack of effort on some plays. That is really the biggest issue, in my opinion, is like the lack of like just absolute missing plays and stuff. But for the most part, it is very vanilla. But you still can't be missing stuff like that. So that would be my biggest issue with so far. Outside of that, though, everything else I think is just, overblown. There's a few players I'm really starting to notice they are doing well. There's a lot of players doing well. And then there's a couple who are doing awful. Is Hunter in the Jags or the Browns? He's on the Jaguars. The Brownies traded their pick so that the Jags could take him. I like our chance against the Clowns in week 1, but I think we're wearing those damn orange week 2, so we'll see. Yeah, I think we're going to blow out the Browns, and I think the Jaguars game is going to be stupidly close for no reason. But I think we're going to win the first 2 weeks no matter what. And then week 3, we'll play the Vikings. Do they not feel embarrassed? I would. You talking about the players who miss tackles like that? They're making millions of dollars. They don't care. That's what I've learned about certain players in the NFL. If they're making stupid money, they don't care. They really don't. It's like, I'm still going to make that money. Until they are threatened with their job of being fired or being cut off their team, they usually don't care that much. It just is what it is. And already, the Colts are in our territory. You know what's funny? The Colts are running more clock off than we are. Which, it makes sense because the fact that they're down. They're up by so much. But I feel like at the same time, we should be running the clock, just trying to get out of this type of game. Because so far, this is kind of embarrassing. Don't jinx it, Ryan. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm just spitting facts. Dreamy, I'm just saying the truth here. I could see the future. And the future is bright. Well, see what I did there? Although we'll never be there. We're not going 0-17, Rico. I wish when people trash talked on the internet, right? If you trash talk football wise, right? I have no problem with people trash talking football wise. But if you trash talk, you need to put in some capacity the team you like. I hate when people trash talk and they don't say what team they like. Like, if you're going to trash talk, whatever. It's football, right? That's the point of football. But, like, put the team you like. Like, say, hey, the Bengals going 0-17, go Ravens. Or the Bengals going 0-17, go Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I need to know how delusional you are. Like, what level are we at? Like, that's kind of how I feel about it when it comes to trash talk. Like, I see people trash talk, and I'm like, okay, like, I got to think in my head, like, okay, what team is that, right? And I got to think, okay, well, the way they spell things, they can't be a Ravens fan because they could actually spell things correctly. The way they actually use correct grammar, they can't be a Steelers fan because we know that wouldn't be a thing. Like, if they're a Chiefs fan, then they most likely don't know anything about football and they just started watching yesterday. That's all. That's my whole thing. Probably Raiders fan or something. I feel like a Raiders fan would have more cuss words in their sentence. Go Blue. Are you a Panthers fan? Are you a Colts fan? Oh. See, then those are always the ones that always confuse me too. If I am becoming an Eagles guy, no, we're not doing Eagles. But anyway, that's always confuses me too. If you're a fan of a team and we have no like issue, like the Bengals have no issue with the Colts, right? We have never had issues with the Colts. We barely play you guys. Why hate us? That's always my next issue. Can't stand run-heavy teams. I think you're really going to hate the Ravens. Colts fan? Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have no issue with the Colts. Ravens have an issue with you guys, but not us. Too many blue teams. Yeah, I feel like there are way too many blue teams, but did the Bengals show up or did the college? Wait, did the Bengals show up or did the college? First off, University of Cincinnati, if they showed up, this would be a lot closer of a football game. I'll tell you that. Same conference, I guess. Yeah. Well, you got AFC, you got AFC South and NFC South for the Panthers and then the Colts. So, same kind of conference, but different. Well, no, different conferences, same type division. That's what I meant to say. Can't Colts. Yeah, that's one thing I never understand. You know what? This is like that. What really irks me. There's a thing with Family Guy about that. No defense at all. Not even close. Is there any other ones? No, I guess that is actually it, yeah. Colts, Panthers, Bills, Lions, yeah. Patriots. Wait, Patriots, Dreamy, Patriots. I hope the Colts do better than expected. I really hope they do well, too. I think the Colts, I hope they do well, too. I hope they do better than the Texans at this point. But who else? Patriots are blue. Dolphins are green. I think the Patriots are the only other team. And they're like blue and silver. Yeah, there's a lot of teams with similar colors, actually. Now that I think about it. Giants! Hey, see, that's my boy Mark Cole. I love Mark Cole. Mark Cole has been here for so long, man. I love that guy. Cut all the defense guys. Hitch. hitchhike home. Oh, just. Well, I mean, we're in Cincinnati, John. We're in Cincinnati. That would work if we weren't in Cincinnati, but we're in Cincinnati, so that kind of doesn't work. If you like say, hey, you guys all gotta walk home, like they're like, hey, we're in Cincinnati, that's not that big of a deal. If we were in Indianapolis, it's different. The Giants are sometimes called the Big Blue here. Yeah, that's what confused me, because that's another thing. Yeah, we will go 7-10 on defense. Sucks. I don't think we'll go 7-10. I think we're gonna go 11-6. Touchdown Colts. Bean threw to Owen for a 7-yard touchdown. The score is now 38-7. Cowboys, see? Wait, there's way too many blue teams. There's way too many blue teams. This is a problem now. I think we figured out the real problem. There's way too many blue teams. Back to when they were from. Can you imagine you'd be like, all right, everyone list down what city you were born in. All right, now you're going to have to walk back to that city. The only reason why I guess another reason why I don't have any hate for the Colts is because that one guy who sings like "Let's Go Colts" every single before every single game. That guy's amazing. Love that guy. Titans. Are we just now realizing that 80% of the league have blue in their like teams? 80% of the league is blue teams. That's kind of, yeah. We're getting destroyed. We are getting destroyed. This is just embarrassing. Like, I don't even know if there's any positive takeaways from this game. What's the positive takeaway from this game? We got absolutely humiliated. And everyone in this game needs to be fired. Desmond Ridder is 8 for 20, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown. That rushing touchdown's the only thing that keeps Diddler, actually on a team potentially. Yeah, this game is awful. Purcell, Gade, smoking crack. We got yellow in our team. Oh, man. But these players won't be in this team anyways. I know, but they shouldn't even be playing football. Alright, like, at some point I'm starting to think they shouldn't even be playing football at this point. The Colts guys will be making teams. Not our guys, though. Hold up. I just thought I saw like a gigantic spider run across my floor. We don't get crazy spiders in Ohio. So, now I'm wondering. Crazy part is the fact that people will run their mouth, but yet bandwagon to good teams to make themselves happy. That happens every single year, though. We're going to see that happen. If we win the Super Bowl, there's going to be so many bandwagon fans that show up and become Bengals fan within seconds. It is what it is, man. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. And then they're going like another team the next year. And, yep. Why did we bring in Riddler and it's the worse than anyone? It's because he was like a hero at the University of Cincinnati. I think that's why we brought him in. So they gave him, like, they're like, hey, you know, this guy's the guy. We had to give him a shot. We got to see what he could do. And That crap, I guess. Is Tinsley going to make the team? Does anyone know? He'll most likely make the team, yes. There's a good shot he'll make the team. He's looked pretty good. He'll probably be a wide receiver 6, and that'll be what it is. At least I hope so. Loyalty is dead. Welcome. They didn't play, so yes, he's making the team. Yeah, he suited up today, but he didn't play, so he'll probably make the team. If he wasn't going to make the team, they would have him play. But he's suited up, so he's probably going to make the team. Whew. Come on. Come on, Bengals. Let's score another touchdown in this game. All right? Let's do more than just a diddler rushing touchdown. There we go. We got Peyton Thorne, and he goes 3 and out. What do you mean Burton's done? Burton is not done. Burton's already made the team. He just got hurt today. Yup, Burton got hurt on the punt return. But he literally walked off under his own power, so he should be fine. He should be fine. He still should have played. Why? If he already made the team, why play? They're not playing starters today, so if anyone is playing today, they're probably not going to make the team. So they're not going to play anyone unless they're, actually making the squad. I mean, they're not going to play anyone today unless they're not making the squad. This is just, at this point, just to show off other guys. Like for other teams to pick up. But after today's performance, I don't know how many other teams want to pick up anyone from this game. Burton is wide receiver 6 if he's healthy. I think he's wide receiver 4. I don't think he's wide receiver 6. Wide receiver 4 is Burton. 5 is Chuck Sizzle. And 6 is Tinsley. I don't think Burton has dropped to wide receiver 6. That would be interesting. Because he has looked so good this preseason. And so, well, not preseason, but he's looked so good this offseason. Wait, why do what? Play preseason? Play this game? Alright, the good thing is they got the ball back. And we might get a stop here. Has been playing behind Sizzle and Tinsley. Yeah, but I feel like the official depth chart's going to have him as wide receiver 4. I feel like he'll get wide receiver 4 in the end. Maybe not. But I think the upside of him, of Jermaine Burton, I feel like is the highest. Because he was also a 3rd-round draft pick. Chuck Sizzle was a 4th-round draft pick. And then, what's his name, was a, Tinsley was a free agent. So, you're going to want to get some return on your value with, what's his name, Jermaine Burton. Well, first off, our punt returner specialist is Chuck Sizzle. That's not... Jermaine Burton has punt returned and kick returned. But our guy that is our punt return specialist is 100% Chuck Sizzle. He has been our punt return specialist for 2 years now. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Heck, Tinsley and Chuck Sizzle were pressing with first team this week. Hasn't Jermaine Burton done that too? Jermaine Burton has caught passes from Joe Burrow. I think they just rotate those guys. Sometimes they put him on the second team. Sometimes they put him on the first team. I don't know. I don't look too much into preseason. I mean, not preseason. Into training camp stuff. You can't look too far into that stuff. Charlie Jones looking pretty good. He has looked pretty good. Again, if he ends up being wide receiver 4, cool. Whoever the best guy is, I just want that guy to be wide receiver 4. If it ends up being Chuck Sizzle and ends up being Charlie Jones, I mean, not Charlie Jones, Chuck Sizzle. It's like an alias. No. If it ends up being someone else, it ends up being someone else. We'll see. Burton has a high ceiling even compared to Yoshi. That's what I'm saying. I think the highest ceiling definitely would be Jermaine Burton. Out of Chuck Sizzle, Tinsley, and Burton has the highest ceiling, and he has the highest capital connected to his name. Long 2 weeks into the start of the season. Yes, it is. And in those 2 weeks, we get to question everything we've seen from the preseason. And the media will rip us apart like crazy. Which is what they always do. But it will be even worse. Oh, man. It's just rock and roll, baby. Can we just not give up like 50 points in this game? That's all I ask. You know, I really thought going into this game Jake Browning would be the starter and that this was going to be a really, really good game for us. That's what I thought. I was like so positive going into this game. Like, this is going to be the game. That's going to be an interesting game for Tinsley. Doesn't play. Jake Browning doesn't play. We'll see when the season starts how good our defense looks. You know? Can't really judge anything until the actual season. We have seen, what's his name? The Brownies and the Lions. Didn't they go 4-0 for their undefeated seasons? Their negative undefeated seasons. They went like 4-0 in both their games. The Ravens beat the Commanders 30-3. So the Commanders and the Ravens started their game exactly when we started our game, and they've already finished. How are we just entering the fourth quarter, and they started when we started, but we are a whole quarter behind? That's crazy. Oh, wait. It's because... Now, pretty similar score, actually. Never mind. And Colts got another first down. Ah, man. A lot of flags, yeah. Did Rivers play today? I'm not watching. Jalen Rivers? Yeah. Yeah, he played today. Pretty much all the backups played. Bengals and Colts didn't play today. A bunch of future lawyers and used car salesmen. Hey, and McDonald's employees. Okay, let's keep the facts where the facts are. There's a lot of McDonald's employees out there today too. Growing pains. Too many commercials. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, no matter how good or bad the preseason is, there's a certain amount of commercials that get aired. So they always have to do that. They always have to air a certain amount of commercials. Backups O-line didn't look horrendous. Yeah, but the Colts also have 0 starters in, and they had really bad backups in for their own side too. So that probably also doesn't help. Burger King managers. Hey, we are giving a lot of love toward the backups here. Good job, Nate. That's a lot of love, man. Because they got the backup managers. You know, I used to be a starting right guard for the Bengals. That's not saying anything, buddy. You say that, you get fired because they're like, yeah, you're incompetent. I don't know what position you played or when you played, but if you say you're a backup lineman for the Bengals, yeah, you're fired. It's an automatic dismissal, bro. You don't have to say that out loud. I'm just trying to be optimistic. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to be too, Dreamy. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to keep a level head. It's hard, though. Because every single time we give up any points, it's like, oh, it's over. The sky is falling. I feel like if we had a mascot for Cincinnati, it would be Chicken Little. Because it really is like that. We give up a touchdown, we're like, oh, there it is. It's over. GG. That's all she wrote. Pack the bags. It's time to fire everybody. Start over. 10-yard scramble by Bean, and that's another Colts first down. Can they just run the ball and like run out the clock, man? I feel like they're trying to score, and now they're in Bengals territory. And this is a Saturday Night Live skit. I wish it was, man. I wish it was. Didn't even play today for us except a few guys. Yeah, this was literally third and fourth string guys. And then we play Burton, and Burton gets hurt. Oh, that's fun. All right, man. Let's just rock and roll, boys. I liked Mims. Yeah, Mims is awesome. What I love is when the diddler actually does something. Well, there's going to be someone one day, and I'm not saying today, right? I hope not today. There's going to be someone who watches my video, watches the live stream randomly out of context, and just hears, why is the diddler not doing anything? There's going to be someone who listens to it out of context and does not know what I'm talking about and just thinks I'm promoting the diddler. That's what I always achieve in my life. I hope I achieve that one day to get that comment. We do not need Burton, almost intercepted. I didn't like. Well, first off, we drafted him. We spent a third-round pick on Burton, so it would be nice to get some return on our investment. I agree we could still play fine without Burton, but it would be nice to get some return on that investment with Burton. So far, he's been, not it yet. So, I know. I go to the Bengals game on September 14th. Nice, awesome. I don't know how they couldn't bring that in. Who thinks the Bengals win the Super Bowl? I hope they do. So far, we just had an incomplete pass there, so now it's 3rd and 15. And we're just hoping to get out of this game, man. What's that one thing? Playoffs? Playoffs? We're just trying to win a game. Playoffs? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. Can't talk about playoffs. We're just trying to win a game. And hopefully this is the game we win. It's Colts ball. Yes, it is Colts ball. Come on, man. Defense, get a pick 6. I just want another score before the end of this game. That's all I want in my life. It's another Bengals touchdown. Score one more time. And at least then we could walk away and say, hey, I don't know what we did, but we did something. 3rd and 15, baby. Which also means that something happened because this play is taking a very long time. All the way up to the fact that I'm now live on this play. Okay. I will say one thing. At least this marks the end of the preseason. Oh. It's like, I don't know. There's a lot of people say like we should get rid of the preseason. And obviously we would never do it. But while you're watching the preseason, I think everyone has that moment where they're like, I see the point. I see the point of getting rid of the preseason. It's like going into it, it's like, oh, it's good for players, it's good for backups. But reality-wise, you can't really take anything truly away from the preseason because the Lions and the Browns went 4-0 the year that they went undefeated. The negative way. 3rd and 15, and it is intercepted! Intercepted! Maybe? Was that not intercepted? Intercepted! Let's go! What are they reviewing? Because they're taking a while. Okay, so Honor Cost the third is like looking very upset after that interception, which makes me think he did not get the interception. Instead of welcome to the jungle. Oh man. Alright, so we intercepted it and then fumbled it and then they recovered it. We got an interception and then fumbled the ball, and then they recovered it. That is painful. We literally get an interception, and then fumble the football, and then they get it back. Can we cut everyone on the roster right now? Everyone who's playing today, you're done. I hate to tell you this, but you're done. Like, you're not playing football anymore for us. It was a nice run. How do you intercept the ball and then fumble it? Like, your job. This is why they tell players. This is why they tell players when they pick the ball off, just go down. This is why. They were like, hey, you picked up, just go down. Go down. Go down. Just don't do anything else. Because stupid stuff like this happens. Guy picks it off, and then he fumbles it. Hunter Cost the third, intercepted it, and then fumbled it. That's why he was looking so upset. That's why they tell players, when you pick it off, just go down. If you're a big guy, like if you're a safety and you pick it off, you know, you can return it. But if you're a big guy and you pick it off, just go to the ground. Nothing else. Don't do anything else. Just go to the ground. Because, like, obviously, yes, listen, we all love the thick six, right? We all love thick sixes. But at the end of the day, most of the time, you're not going to get a thick six. Most of the time, you're going to either get tackled or there's a potential you're going to fumble the football. That's great. That is great. Well, Hunter Cost the third did get first team reps. Got the interception and just couldn't hold that in his hand. Freaking could not hold that ball in his hand. This freaking guy comes up behind him and just boop. That is embarrassing. Just go down, man. Just go down. You intercept it. Like, just fall to the ground. And then they get a humongous run. There you go. 30-yard run. 38-yard run after that. After we intercept it and then drop it. 38-yard run. They're going to score again. They're going to literally put up 40 on us. If he has any type of hand rating left in Madden, I'll be heavily surprised. This is embarrassing. You know, the only time, like, here's all I'll say. Obviously, it's preseason, right? But the one time in the regular season this felt like this was remember when we played the Titans and we got blown the fluff out? Remember that? Got absolutely demolished. This kind of felt like this. Obviously, not from the perspective of this is a preseason game, but it felt like the same concept where it's like, you just feel like, yeah, there's just no chance. Like, it kind of feels like we are all starters yapping. We are all seeing all the starters yapping. Of course, because this game is awful. So they're like, hey, just show the starters. Have the starters say some crap. But, like, this felt like the Titans game where it's like we feel like we're just not qualified to be in this game. That's how this game feels. It feels like we're not qualified to be in this game. Like, this is like a, NFL team versus a middle school pee-wee football team. And now they're on our 20-yard line, first down and 10. Feel like it was Halloween Monday night game against Cleveland a couple years ago. Yeah. Like, there's always that one game where it's like, you just like, oh, wow. There's a 0% chance we're going to win this game. And it's funny, too, because I thought going into this game, I would have bet money that we were going to easily win this game. Because I thought we were going to start Tinsley, start Jake Browning. I thought we were going to start all of our guys. Well, I mean, start all of our backups. Not our guys, but our backups. But instead, they were like, you know what? We're going to put in the 4th or the 5th string. Which makes sense, but still. What's in the Dolphins game? It's bad. My expert analysis is it's bad. It is what it is, man. All right. 7 minutes to go, and they're trying to score another touchdown. At this point, bro, just stop trying to score. Let us live. Let us survive. You've already absolutely demolished us. Just let us survive one more time. And 1 yard run by Nick Wright. How did Nick Wright get in this game? I don't know. This is bull. They got Nick Wright playing now? What, the Chiefs weren't enough? He had to... he couldn't beat us with the Chiefs talk, so now he has to play us in the game? Hey, a sack. Hey, a sack. Oh, Nick Wright. Man. All right. 3rd and 21. Timeout called by Colts. 31-yard line. Today is just the guys who are healed from the practice squad and headed to the practice squad. Yeah, but even then, keep in mind, your practice squad, the point of your practice squad is to eventually, potentially, those guys are going to become actual backups and rotation pieces if someone goes down with injury. You don't want your practice squad guys to not be able to play football. Bro, Matthew. Can we get a Make-A-Wish kid? Nah, bro. The Bengals are afraid they will get injured. Bunch of wimps. I hate how they coach and players. No surprise. I know earlier, Matt, you were talking about, or I guess Matthew. Matthew, earlier you were talking about in my comments about nutrition, right? About they're just, like, the injuries is because they're not nutrition or something like that. I think I've seen you comment that a lot of times in my videos. So that definitely might be an issue. Because obviously, if you look back to our grade for our team, nutrition grade was not the greatest. So always could be an issue. Colts had an injury? Yeah. Yep. I just want to score again in this game. That's all I want to do. I just want to come away from this game and be like, hey, at least we scored 2 touchdowns. Even if it was a Desmond Ridder run again. Well, actually not again because he's out of the game now. But still, what happened? Did I leave for that long? Our defense sucks. We had a pick on this drive, but then the guy fumbled it. That was the thing. An interception and we fumbled. Oh. Nice. They kicked a 44-yard field goal. So now it's 41 points in this game. They kicked a 44-yard field goal. So now it's 41-7. I felt that. If I wasn't streaming this game, I would probably have fallen asleep already. There's no positive about this game so far. It's just a game. Oh, man. Who they? What's up, Cornell? What's up, man? What's up? Welcome to the Slaughterfest. That is Bengals Week 3 preseason. Welcome to the very ugly game that wasn't. 41 points against half a team that will never play. Who cares? See, you say that, but you got to keep in mind, guys that are on our practice squad, eventually, their job, right? The whole point of having a practice squad is eventually, if something doesn't work out and the guy gets hurt or, your guy sucks, you go to your practice squad first to pick up a free agent, right? Because those are the guys that have been playing on your practice squad and knows your system and knows your team. So the guys you see today will, if we have an injury, like our offensive lineman gets hurt or something crazy happens, these are the guys that are going to be your backups. These are the guys that you're going to bring in and elevate to the 53-man roster. So when you look at guys like this, you're like, oh, preseason, they suck, whatever, they won't make a roster. A lot of these guys will. A lot of these guys will be practice squad. Well, whatever it is, 16 guys. So when they suck like this, and you're like, halfway through the season, you're like, wow, we need to pick somebody else up. This is where they're going to go, to these guys. Desmond Ridder threw a pick 6, and ever since then, it's just been ugly. Once the Diddler threw a pick 6, it just got really ugly. Let's be honest, our defense is not very good, even with starters. If we need to go to our press squad, we're not going to win the team. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. A bunch of Asai Marys. Yeah, it's just ugly. It's ugly. Ugly. It's like watching a Steelers fan try to speak English. It's very ugly. Yeah, Steelers are catching a lot of strays this live stream. I agree, logical, but Micah won't come cheap dollar-wise. Something about Micah Parsons? Hey? I mean, if we want to go get Micah Parsons now, I wouldn't mind. That's not a bad idea. Let's find a way to get Micah and get Micah Parsons and get Trey Hendrickson signed. And then you got a Micah Trey Hendrickson situation, which would never happen, but still. Browns have been real quiet. Come on. So let's go score a touchdown, please. We got 5 minutes left. Front office, please try Trey or Dalton tomorrow to cheer us up. Well, Dalton Risner is not getting signed to at least next week or something. Because he has to meet with the Seahawks and he has to meet with the Steelers. And he's not signing any time until after he meets with them. He's making a decision based on what's best for him, not based on, the most money or whatever. He's just going based on whatever is the best fit for him. So he has to visit those locations to find out if there are better fits for him. So you're not going to see him anytime soon. All right. 2nd and 11 after a negative 1 yard run. What is going on, man? Come on, boys. I just want to score a touchdown. I just want something else but a Desmond Ridder touchdown to happen. They want us to focus on defense because the other AFC offense sucks. That is true. The Steelers aren't really good offensively. The Ravens got a running back playing quarterback. And the Browns, they got a lot of things. Someone is injured. Yup, someone is injured, actually. Corey Etienne, our right tackle, got hurt. So that's our right tackle backup, Corey Etienne. If you say to yourself, I never heard of this guy, don't blame you. He is like undrafted guy, got picked up in the undrafted process. Yeah, he's probably never going to make the roster anyway, but obviously you don't want to see a guy hurt. Hopefully he's okay. But he's like a 4th or 5th string right tackle. What's up, Mike? How you doing? But yeah, he's nothing when it comes to actually roster wise. Oh man, he walked off on his own power. Let's go. That's a W. That's a W, boys. That's a W. He walked off onto his own power. Come on, man. And then we threw a 12-yard pass down the field to Cincinnati 44-yard line. Let's go, baby. Randy Owens caught the ball for 12 yards. Now, if you say, who's that guy? I don't know. I really don't know. That's another dude. Our 3rd string game. This isn't even this is our 4th and 5th string players. We didn't start anyone this game. If you were going to make the roster, you are not playing this game. That's pretty much how this worked. Anyone who's making the roster did not play this game. Look at something positive. Have there been any good players in this game? If so, who? Kendall Milton looked good this game. That's it. The backup offensive linemen didn't look atrocious. They looked like they did their job very well. But Kendall Milton was also probably the best spot of this game. Outside of that, though, it's pretty ugly. It wasn't the greatest game, but hey. It was our backups to backups to backups. Jalen Moore caught an 4-yard pass. Let's go. Good job, buddy. And now we're in the Colts territory. We might score. Woo! It's a rough game, man. It's a rough game. And we ran the ball for 1 yard. So we got stopped. Woo! It's almost 2-minute warning. There's a positive thing. It's very positive when we're almost at the 2-minute warning. Smoked. All right. 4th and 1, baby. 4th and 1. Only good thing is if they get the ball back, they might just kneel it down. We could be like, hey. Yeah, there's not much takeaways from this type of game, but usually there isn't. When you get beat like this, it's kind of just like, it is what it is. It's preseason. You just kind of walk away. There isn't really anything positive here. Part of this game is the contract in the hands of Trey, whether Shamar is watching and learning, and whether Risner wants to join. Yeah. I mean, and like I said, we'll find out about Risner probably in 2 weeks. Moma Jumita made some plays. He did, yeah. But again, he's going to end up being a starter too, so. Moma had a couple. He did. Moma Jumita had a couple plays. Forgot about him. This game was so. Oof. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing, boys? Let's just let this. They're doing the virtual measurements and stuff. I mean, preseason, We're at a point now where I feel like, you just call the game. At least Mama had some. Yeah, Mama Jamita did. But again, like I said, I expect him to. He's an absolute animal. I love Mama Jamita. Alright, 4th and 1. And we got a first down. Which doesn't really matter at this point because the game's kind of over. But it's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. There was a penalty flag for offsides on them, on the Colts. So it's kind of a thing. Yeah, Riddler threw a pick 6. Didn't really help out much throwing a pick 6, but yeah. One of those situations. Okay. At least we got them to jump. Oh, I can't wait to watch the Zach Taylor press conference after this game. Did we suck? Yes. Was it expected? Sorta. Is this going to be a foreshadowing? No. All right. 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes yet. Bro, what are we doing? Let's run the ball. Let's run the clock. Move the chains. We did move the chains. Come on, 3 minutes left. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. And that's, okay, so it didn't update. That's 2-minute warning. All right, baby, 2-minute warning. See how this bad boy ends. Like to score at least one more touchdown if we could. So it's not as embarrassing. I want the Browns game tomorrow, man. I actually don't, because I think it's going to be very good for us to have like a week or two to like kind of fathom everything. Practice, see if Desmond Ridder can get picked up. Desmond Ridder. I meant to say not Desmond Ridder. I meant to say Dalton Risner. I want the game to be delayed as much as possible until potentially we get Dalton Risner. That's what I want. I want the game to be delayed as much as possible. If Risner says like, "Hey, I need another week," delay the game a week. Because I don't want my quarterback getting killed. Check it in. Oh, damn, this is torture. Yeah, James, it's pretty bad, James. I hear Anthony Richardson needs a new job. Maybe we should run across the field and see if he can still play defensive end. Potentially. They made it out of camp with no significant injuries. Count your blessings. God, what are you talking about? We had Cordell Volson's out for the season. Cordell Volson is out for the season, bro. I don't know what you're talking about significant injuries. That's the most significant injury we could ever have. No Cordell Volson? How are we going to play football without Cordell Volson? But outside of that, yeah, you're right. Well, Eric All also out for the season. he also got hurt early, so that also sucked. But Cordell Volson definitely did not help getting hurt, even though it's not really that big of a deal for us. Our fourth string center. Week up. Imagine we had Ben Johnson. If we had Ben Johnson instead of Zach Taylor, offense coordinator, that would be very interesting. Because Zach Taylor, for better or for worse, last year he was really good at offense coordinator, but previous years it was a mess. All right. Can we get Lou Enamura back, please? Don't say that yet. Wait till the season and we no longer call vanilla systems, and we'll see. Defensive holding on the Colts gives us a first down. Now the question is, are we just going to kneel it down, or are we actually going to try to score again? I feel like we just kneel it down at this point. It's literally a 40-point game. A 34-point game. This defense looks phenomenal first game. I mean, we're playing Joe Flacco, so it's not like we're playing the best of the best. I got faith against a Joe Flacco-led team. We'll be fine. That's why Shedeur has kind of scared me, because you never know with Shedeur Sanders. I mean, he's a wild card. Can we get Chris Crocker back? I think he's available. Oh, man. All right. No, we're still running the ball. 15-yard run. Maybe the Colts thought we were going to kneel it down. And they were like, you know what? Maybe they'll kneel it down. Not the case. We're going for blood. We're coming for blood. There's 5 stringers. Do you think Al Golden going to try this game, guys? Well, I think they're meaning the whole preseason. So far, we didn't look good. But it's also very vanilla defense we've been calling, so it is what it is. 15-yard run. And then our quarterback got sacked. Third string playing this whole game. No, this is the 4th and 5th string playing the whole game. We're not even playing third stringers. Now, there are some players who are third stringers who did play, but mainly this is 4th and 5th string this game. But there was some 3rd or 4th in there. But mainly 4th, 5th stringers. All right. Pass from DeThorne for 16 yards to Cole Burgess. What are we doing? Just let the clock run out, boys. Don't think we need try to score again at this point. We're at the 13-yard line, though. So this would be actually like if you're ever going to try to score before at the end of the game, this is the time to do it. 3rd and 5 with 18 seconds left. I think they're just going to let that clock run. And down to the 5-yard line. First timeout called by the Bengals. They're going to try to score before the end of this game, baby. They're calling timeouts. Oh, we're down by 34 points. They're calling their timeouts, trying to save some time, baby. Oh, no, clock. Who's getting the walking papers? Everyone who's playing today. Except for the backup offensive linemen. They might not be. Because they actually looked pretty good. At the 4-yard line now. We literally waited to call the timeout until 18 seconds left. Like, we ran, like, he caught the ball, got tackled at 22 seconds. We didn't call a timeout until 18 seconds. That's crazy. Incomplete pass by Cole Burgess. Whew. Okay. We might be able to say we got a touchdown today. Outside of the Diddler, who obviously did score as well. I need to see Jalen Rivers against first string defense. He might be our. He played last week versus first string defense. Well, I guess no, that was the Commanders' first string technically, maybe second string. Touchdown! Touchdown, Conley! We did it! We scored! We scored, guys! We actually scored. I'm so proud of the boys. It feels like 17 years ago when we actually scored. We actually did it. We, as a team, I remember the days when we would go out there and score touchdowns. I miss those days. And today we did it with like 13 seconds left. 13 seconds left in the game, we scored a touchdown. We probably will. We're playing the Brownies, and we're also playing the Joe Flacco-led Brownies. Like, with Shedeur Sanders, it would have been interesting because he's like a wild card type of guy. You never know how he's going to play. But we kind of have a general gist of Joe Flacco. Like, with Shedeur, let's say we did play Shedeur Sanders, right? You don't know what he's going to do, right? Because there's no game tape on Shedeur Sanders in the NFL. So you don't know. So you're going into that game, and you have no idea. But because they're going with Joe Flacco, you know exactly what to expect from a Joe Flacco-led offense. You have plenty of game tape, and you know what they're going to do. Boys, I aged 20 years. I think I aged 30 years. I was an hour late to this live stream, and now we're, we're now almost at, 2 hours of this live stream. Oh, man. Catch y'all in 2 weeks. See ya, Dreamy. Yeah, it's going to be a fun 2 weeks. Money back. Looks good. Yep. Though we had a field goal before halftime, we could have kicked a 57-yard field goal before halftime, and we didn't attempt it. We could have easily made that, and that would have made the whole game differently. We make the 57-yard field goal. This is not the same game it is now. That might have been a closer game. Oh, we're so close to the season. We are so close to the season now. We are actually done preseason. Oh, this is so beautiful, guys. Feels so good being done preseason. All right, last 13 seconds left. Getting slaughtered in a preseason game. Always fun. All right. Watch him score another touchdown. Watch him score again. We're just going to give up more points. Oh, and that's game. All right. Guys,